The following is a hockey podcast out of Vancouver and Surrey, British Columbia. It'll only consist of a lot of puck talk and even more BS, or in actual words, banter and satire. Enjoy, and as always, go Canucks go.
Locked On Canucks, your daily podcast on the Vancouver Canucks. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
People, we back doing this, and that's giving you your Locked On Canucks, the show that gives you your team every day. Yes, that's every day, no matter what. It is what it is. And it's trade deadline week, and it's a stressful time. But again, we're here. We're addicted to your Vancouver Canucks, and we're here at the Don't Doze Art Lab, the place that gives you that West Coast bias every single day. You got to look after your neighbors, because if you can't, then you're not going to be able to look after the world, okay? All in all, though, right now, the hockey world, our world, the Canuck world, it's, can I say it, like, full of some animosity? Can I? We're here once again, not really talking about the games, right? We're here once again this season talking about injuries. Quinn Hughes leaving, 15 minutes into practice? You know what I'm saying? Animosity, stress, storylines that don't really involve the games, okay? There's always something going on with this team. And again, Quinn Hughes may not play tomorrow. That being said, we're playing the Ducks. I know they whooped us not that long ago, but we should be able to beat the Ducks and stay in the playoff race without Quinn Hughes, a.k.a. let him rest. Speaking of resting, okay, this story, the story that we're talking about today, it's not going to go to rest for quite some time, okay? It is what it is. JT Miller, picking up points, right? Picking up goals. Leading the Rangers. What has he got? Like 14 points since being traded back to New York? What does Pettersson have? Who cares, right? Who cares? Because right now, let's just talk about JT. We need that guy. Yes, we need that guy still to help us out. Because I don't want to live in a world where the Rangers suck and that unprotected first next season potentially turns into Cale Makar or Tim Stützle. Wait, hold up. I meant to say Bowen Byram. Not a franchise player called Cale Makar, but Bowen Byram. All in all, though, the guy was a 4th overall pick because Ottawa wanted Matt Duchene. Anyways, let's get back to the show. Because if I'm doing my math, I believe Ottawa traded for Matt Duchene a long time ago. And with that pick that Colorado got from Ottawa, if I'm correct, didn't that turn into Cale Makar? Is that right? Is that how they did it? Did I tell you that I meant to say Bowen Byram instead of Cale Makar? Did I already tell you that? Okay, don't blame me. Blame the fact that Google's owned by an American company. You think I'm using Google today? I'm a Canadian. All right, let's get back to the show. Is that how they did it? I think so. And how about the San Jose trade with Ottawa involving Erik Karlsson? Right? And those unprotected firsts. If my math is correct, did those things turn into like Tim Stützle? Right? A superstar out of Ottawa, right? You traded Karlsson for Stützle. You know what I'm saying? We need the Rangers to be good. We should be happy that JT Miller is leading the Rangers. Playing well, being a number 1 center. We shouldn't be surprised, okay? It wasn't 2 years ago where this guy was a 100-point guy. You know, Pettersson, 2 years ago, he was that guy. But, last year, JT Miller was that 100-point guy. Right now, he's playing like that with the Rangers. Not surprising. The guy's a dog, a really good offensive player. And it is what it is. He's helping them out. No, I know his stats in comparison to Elias Pettersson, it just looks like ass. I know. And it may hurt to do that thing that I always do, right? And you may do it too, right? Use comparison and let it steal your joy. I know. But like I said yesterday, man. Last night, if you didn't hear it, I hopped on Locked On Canucks, and for whatever reason, I felt optimistic, okay? And that reason was because I was called out for giving up on Elias Pettersson. Too early, okay? An old man told me, yo, once I gave up on Henrik and Daniel Sedin, and look where that got me. Falling in love with the Canucks, but feeling like an idiot. And here I am giving up on Elias Pettersson. And I know there's a lot of there's a lot of reasons to do so, right? It's been a stressful time. I really think that playoff performance coinciding with like 60 games this year was just like, again, a lethal combination when it comes to a lot of people's relationship with Elias Pettersson in correspondence to the hope that we had that this guy can live up to being that number one center, right? Or return to form, right? Return to that guy he was a couple of seasons ago. Again, that sting, it has been deadly. That all being said, again, there's a good chance that he's still a Vancouver Canuck, right? For a very long time. I don't think this organization is selling him at pennies at the dollar with the cap going up and the P90X system, right? Who knows? Maybe this is the summer where Elias Pettersson stays in North America and just trains with Quinn Hughes, right? Under that regime. No more Sweden training camps, okay? Unless you're training with Henrik and Daniel and Peter Forsberg, don't go back to Sweden. I know it sounds forceful. It sounds HR-like. It is what it is. But this season may be the year, or this summer may be the year where Pettersson just, levels up. He's still young. Where were you in life when you were 26 years old? Okay, I was working at Jersey City and Big Ridge. Going to the Henry every weekend. Buying sneakers twice a month with no money. And look at me now, man. I'm a part-time hockey podcaster. Dreams come true. You never know what's going to happen in a couple years. You never know what's going to happen next September. Heck, you never know what's going to happen in the next 20 games. Now, I would like to believe somehow, some way. Again, Quinn Hughes leaves practice. JT Miller doing what he's doing. Like, are these I know we've been waiting for the moment, but can this be the moment where Pettersson's like, yo, I got to do something. There's a 1% chance that it can happen. Yo, but I got to do something. I got to step up here. Quinn Hughes risking his oblique, right? Right, risking his wrist, risking this new injury, because apparently this injury is not the oblique. He's trying at practice, has to leave early. Look at what he's doing to get this team back into the playoff spot that they covet, that they want to build off of, right? They want to build off of last year. They want to stack playoff performances. Quinn Hughes doing whatever it takes. Elias Pettersson. It's time for you to do whatever it takes. Handle the noise and just play hockey. And there's that term, right? A lot of people saying it in the comments that Pettersson has checked out. Brock Besser has checked out. That doesn't necessarily mean they want out of Vancouver. They've checked out of Vancouver. I think that's more of a statement regarding where their mind's at, okay? Again, there's a game tomorrow, and their mind isn't on the game tomorrow. It's on Friday. It's on what they've done in the past 23 games, right? They're not entirely focused. They're not checked. They're checked out of the moment, right? Which is detrimental, deadly to a successful hockey player. I mean, there's a reason why Quinn Hughes, look at him all season. Look at him all season. This guy had to deal with the noise, right? Miller, Pettersson. Where's Pettersson? Where's Pettersson? Where's Besser going to go? And then the lack of success for the team, right? Having such a drop off from last year. That all those things would put a lot of pressure on Quinn Hughes, the captain, for a team that barely wins. Like that could weigh. How old is Quinn? 24 years old. That could weigh a 24-year-old down to the point where, like Pettersson and Besser, they crumble. But what is Quinn Hughes? He doesn't check out. He just focused on practice. He just focused on the game. When his skates hit the ice, it's work time. And he completely understands that this is the moment that he can only control, not the past, not what happened 30 minutes ago between JT and PD in the room. We got these skates on. I got my stick. We're on the ice. Let's go to work. And the best of the best are able to do that. That all being said, even though the best of the best are only able to do that, it doesn't seem like the most daunting of tasks to accomplish, okay? Like I said, yo, Pettersson, this summer, just hang out with Quinn Hughes. Understand that mindset. Yo, hang out with Henrik and Daniel Sedin. Again, this is not 2025 language, okay? HR would fire me. You're not allowed to tell people what to do with their lives, right? Because we colleagues, we're not friends. Apparently, okay? We too soft. I think it's okay to tell Pettersson, yo, be around some dogs. We got your back. Let's make you into a better player, a better man, and someone who can, again, block out the noise and just focus on the task at hand, okay? Again, we're getting positive here. We're getting positive here. Again, JT Miller on fire, doing the most for the Rangers. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Because, dude, I'd be stressed that, I might have given up on the game, okay? If we fast forward 14 months ago, 14 months from now, and we learn that the Rangers and that unprotected first round pick is now the second overall pick in the 2026 entry draft, okay? Again, it happened to Ottawa. It happened to San Jose, and it turned to Cale Makar for Colorado and Tim Stützle for Ottawa. Okay, these things happen, and I would be so scared if the Rangers sucked next season. But I don't think the Rangers are going to suck. I think they have a lot of talent. I think JT Miller could, again, continue to do what he's doing this season, and he's only 30. He's only 32. I'm turning 32 this year. Okay, I'm not gonna be completely pessimistic towards JT Miller, man. I just supported like 12 months ago. This guy, come on, this guy was a dog for us. I hope that he can do it at age 32, age 33 for the Rangers and still be a number one center. And if that's the case, though, the Rangers aren't going to be one of the worst teams and aren't going to be in jeopardy of like losing out on drafting in the top 5 because they traded that pick away to Vancouver, who then traded that pick away for Elias Pettersson. Okay, I don't want to live through that, man. I don't want to live through that. So, in other words, thank you, JT Miller, for playing way better than Elias Pettersson. You see that spin zone? Thank you. We need you to play better than Elias Pettersson. What? How does this all make sense? Hey, I'm taking any win I can get. Anyways, let's shout out Pistachio Nuts, Wonderful Pistachios. Is that what they're called? And take some of your comments. And should we do it again? The tendonitis report. We did it last night. We're learning more about the injury. We're going to find a cure for tendonitis. We're going to cure Pettersson. Maybe we'll do that. But more so, just get to your comments, okay? Are you okay with JT Miller having success now, knowing that it's actually a good thing for us? Because we don't want to be known as that team that I don't know, turned Marcus Pettersson into the or like traded Marcus Pettersson for the next Gretzky, okay? Let me know in the comments. Anyways, let's shout out Wonderful Pistachios. Today's episode is brought to you by Wonderful Pistachios. Man, did these guys do we got a pistachio sponsorship here, okay? We're talking about nuts. They let Trevor Beggs and Kyle Bowen talk about nuts. 2 people who grew up watching South Park at the age of 3. Well, I can't speak for Trevor, but he kind of gives me those vibes. Anyways, if you're looking for a snack that's both delicious and nutritious, crack into a good source of protein with Wonderful Pistachios, okay? These wonderful nuts are, again, high in protein. Each 1 ounce serving has 6 grams of protein, giving you over 10% of your daily value. Bro, I could definitely down 70 nuts right into my mouth and into my esophagus, okay? Just to get all that protein I need. I know I'm not going to the gym right now, but the protein keeps you full, okay? And now they got the no shell variety. Okay, they got people cracking nuts, busting these nuts, packing them up into a bag and selling them to you, okay? Boom, bam, easy, convenient. Get that nut. That pistachio, man. Everyone loves a nice pistachio, man. Whether I'm snacking at my desk or on a road trip or need of a quick protein boost. You ever feel that need for protein? Boom, bam, next thing you know, you pop these nuts right in your mouth. Wonderful Pistachios has your back. Get snacking and get cracking with a snack that packs a protein punch. Boom, bam. Visit wonderfulpistachios.com to learn more. Now let's get back to the other side on Locked On Canucks. We back. We talking about your Vancouver Canucks. And man, oh man, it's trade deadline week. Kind of scary, if you ask me, okay? Really scary, if you ask me. Because so much can happen. Must I say? Must I say? Tomorrow, a must-win game? Why not? Why not say that? You know why I say that? Because again, we're barely scraping for a playoff spot. We're playing the Anaheim Ducks tomorrow. We lose that game, there's probably a good chance there were 2 to 3 points out of a playoff spot. I haven't looked at Calgary's schedule yet. I know we're tied with them right now, but yo, 2 losses to Anaheim in 1 week. All this noise. They've played 61 games up until that point. Again, if they lose tomorrow, you can argue that they've only been really good in like 12 of those games. Seriously, do the calendar check. Boom, bam, do the math. And this team makes the decision on Thursday morning to be a seller. Like, screw this whole dream of making the playoffs. Like, we can't beat Anaheim in must-win territory when given 2 opportunities to do so. That's kind of telling about, again, everything Vancouver Canucks. You know what I'm saying? So again, tomorrow could be it. And that's why at bare minimum, like Pettersson and Besser tomorrow, man. Without Quinn Hughes, again, this guy's playing through it, playing through the oblique. Again, that's your leader. Hughes, I mean, Besser and Pettersson have been friends with Hughes forever. They've been teammates with this guy forever. Step up. The guy needs you. Like why do you think Quinn Hughes is pushing at practice to play against the Ducks tomorrow? This guy wants the playoffs. So, Besser, I know you want a new contract, and Pettersson, you want the media to go away. Like, shut up. Who cares? Play for what your brother wants. Like, just think about that. Think about what Quinn Hughes wants. Again, sometimes when we get so noisy in the mind and life gets a little busy, and the next thing you know, we're just thinking about our problems and our problems and our problems, and quote unquote, rightfully so. But the best way to get out of that slump and just live your life is understand that you share this earth with some other people, and these people may happen to be your friends, and they need the best version of you. Okay, so get out of your own way for them. And again, Hughes is risking so much to make the playoffs. Playoffs. It may sound stupid, but Quinn Hughes, again, one of the longest tenured Canucks, feeling like that, playing like that, again, on a team where Josh was coming back from cancer and the scare, and then Thatcher Demko doing whatever it takes to get back on the ice with that one knee. Like, Besser, Pettersson, I know a lot is going on, but tomorrow there's a game against the Ducks. Just focus on that. Please do. Man, oh man. Anyways, yesterday we ran a segment talking about tendonitis, okay? And I just been reading like random tendonitis things on Reddit. I'm finding one right now as we speak, producing on the spot. And it made me feel better, okay? Again, like, I don't know about you, but tendonitis seems to be more scary than the tariffs, okay? Dude, we've seen it. We've seen it. Not the tariffs, but we've seen what tendonitis can do to Pettersson, man. Turn this guy to an alien to like a cricket. Unreal. So let's get into it, man. Boom, bam, just like that. Do we have the button ready? Again, Trevor working on these things, a great producer. And he thought of this one right here, man. What a legend, man. The tendonitis report on Locked On Canucks. Okay, I'm not a doctor. But I'm learning about tendonitis, okay? And this person on Reddit saying, before the pandemic, I had a very bad case of elbow tendonitis, okay? I know it's not knee tendonitis, but it's still tendonitis, okay? And this person saying I couldn't do many things as the pain ranges from 1 to 10 all over the place. Imagine what, okay, people, imagine what that could do for your confidence. If one day it feels fine and the next day it doesn't. Sounds like trying to get over an ex, okay? But there's no cure. Does time heal this wound? Again, yesterday a doctor was watching Locked On Canucks, and what did he tell us? The tendonitis could last forever. This person saying, man, the pain ranges from 1 to 10. More often than not, it's 6 to 8. even with very basic movements, okay? And this person also saying I couldn't even do push-ups, dips, pull-ups, chin-ups. Obviously, you got the elbow injury, it's a little different. But they also couldn't do life. And because of it, again, look at what we're seeing right here. I'm not trying to make a joke here, man, but look what I keep seeing. It was dreadful, and I was nearing depression, man. Yesterday, when we learned more about the knee tendonitis, we were at 2 different cases, and based on how long it takes for this thing to cure or just heal, or how long it is with dealing with this injury and understanding that it's never going away, based on all those factors, a lot of people, man, dealing with mental health issues because the tendonitis, man. There seems to be no cure, man. You guys think I'm joking, but we got to find a cure for tendonitis. We got to save the world, man. I believe all diseases, all illnesses, man. Let's donate and find cures for sure. But tendonitis, is that like too far down the list of diseases, illnesses, injuries? What is this that we need to heal? I think so. The more and more we learn about it, this show's all about education, okay? Tendonitis, man. Unbelievable, man. This person ended off their little quote saying during the entire 18 months they had tendonitis. They didn't do one single upper body day in the gym. And here we have Pettersson. Pettersson with tendonitis, playing hockey, practicing every day. So again, like, we're doing the whole positive thing, okay? I know. Kyle, you're flip-flopping all over the place. What did I tell you? Okay. Oh, Kyle, shut up. Stand on something. One day you're hating on Pettersson. One day you have his back. What did I tell you? Yeah, I'm all over the place, but I stand on this every day. Go Canucks, go. I don't give a puck. I'm trying to figure this out. I'm also not trying to lose so much hair. Stressing about Elias Pettersson. Okay. Can we talk about the good? I'm starting to believe, based on what I'm reading and learning about tendonitis, that this is a real problem. This is a big problem. And some people are probably like, yo, this is another reason why you got to trade him, because he's never going to be the same. This injury's going to last forever, blah, blah, blah. Look, we live in Vancouver, a pretty nice place. Some would say a terrific place, right? A terrific place. Yo, dude, maybe we can find the cure here and heal this guy, okay? And to keep it on the positive, let's talk about Pettersson's guts, man. Again, I keep talking about this guy needing to step up. He does need to step up. He needs to fight through the pain. But should we look at the fact that he hasn't missed any time as a bit of a positive? I know we can't excel, and at some point it's like, yo, why even play, man? You're not as good as Pius Suter right now. Max Hassan could play better than you. I know. But if we're trying to draw some positives, this guy fights through the pain. Not well, but he fights through the pain. You understand that? Again, the Henrik and Daniel comparison right there, the comparable. Henrik and Daniel did the same thing. They showed up to work. It's almost there. Again, I think there's a 1% chance it happens this season, not a 0% chance, a 1% chance that Pettersson finds his game. Again, JT Miller on the hot streak. Quinn Hughes playing so hurt. I hope today he reads the right book and he learns that, the moment is the moment, and the moment is now, and I can fix myself now. I don't need a summer. I don't need a hug. I don't need a therapy. I know my knee hurts, but let me just will this dog from within, okay? Do the impossible. It's like how people, climb Everest. You don't think they're hurting, right? But they still climb Everest. They still get to the top. You don't have to wait a summer to get there. You don't. You can do it right now. You could find that magic. Find that dog. John Cena just turned heel. With Travis Scott in the ring. What's going on? Anything is possible. There's that 1% chance that Elias Pettersson wakes up tomorrow. But there's also that 99% chance that he needs the summer to do so. And just like he's almost there. If he's showing up for every game, again, more time with the best of the best, and not more time alone by yourself with your friend. Again, friends and family, whatever. Just be around dogs. Be around dogs. Okay? Be around Quinn Hughes. Be around Henrik and Daniel. Hey, somehow pay Peter Forsberg to be part of this picture too. Just be around dogs. Learn from the best. Get out of your own head. And just take a hand, again, from Quinn Hughes and let him drag you up. Because he knows a thing or two, and I truly do believe he can help you out. Look at that positivity, man. I love this, man. Locked on Canucks, man. Everyone hit the like button. We'll get back on the other side and read your comments. Again, here on Locked on Canucks. Okay. We back here on Locked On Canucks. My name is Kyle Bowen. No Trevor today. He's got to put bacon on the table for his family. Again, look at that, guys. This is why I keep telling you guys to hit the like button, okay? What are the chances that Trevor can't show up for Locked On Canucks the day the tariffs hit in America? You see what's going on? The trickle-down effect, man. That's why you got to hit the like button. This guy's got a family, and I got a girlfriend who likes Cactus Club. Vancouver problems. Speaking of which, let's get to your comments. Rick O'Shea saying Pettersson has to want to improve. He does not care. Everyone is so annoyed of him, or is so annoying to him. Oh, everyone is so annoying to him. Yeah, okay. Yeah, there's definitely some of that in him. He's again, like I said, just be around dogs, be around guys who don't let the noise get to them. That's why I think it's so important for him to I don't know what this guy does in Sweden. I don't know who his friends are. I don't know what, whether he's taking a break from the game and all those things are good and whatnot, sure. But I just feel as if there's he doesn't need like an Aaron Rodgers ayahuasca type of spiritual summer to get back. I think he actually needs to be around someone who's so close in the room, and that's Quinn Hughes. Like, Quinn Hughes is not, he's like in the 0.1% of best leaders in the game, best players in the game, people who understand how to just focus on the moment and on practice and on the game itself. Like, just be around that dog. Be around a hockey nerd, okay? Be around a guy who's addicted to the game, who wants to win, who wants to be amongst the best too. Again, there's a big reason why Quinn wants to make the playoffs. He wants to do it for the city of Vancouver. He's been adamant about how loud this crowd is and how beautiful the crowd is, and you see the love for the city in him. Like, he wants to do that. He wants these playoff games for the city, but he also wants the playoff games for himself, for the experience. And he doesn't want to be known as a captain that can't lead his team in the playoffs. He doesn't want to be known as a player that over the first 7 years of his career, what's the number? Is it 7? He's only made the real playoffs once. Like that pride, right? So Miller and Pettersson, just be around him, man. He's right there. Come on, man. You don't think whenever I want to become a father, you don't think I'm gonna hang out with Trevor and sleep over at his house for 60 days in a row and understand like what it's gonna take to be a good father? Come on, man. It's not that hard, man. Deepak Chopra, man. Read some. Next comment. And Jeannie Marie saying he could have low T. Like, again, he could have low self-esteem due to the tendonitis, right? That low T. He has low tendonitis, right? Lower body tendonitis. A couple weeks ago was an excuse. This week, it's a disease, man. Tendonitis, man. Prayers up. Come on, man. Next comment. Holy, man. Space saying, does time heal this wound? Dude, watch the last 2 episodes of Locked On Canucks. Unless you're talking about like the Canuck wound and not the tendonitis. But yeah, watch the last 2 episodes of Locked On Canucks. We learned a lot about tendonitis, and we found that there's no cure for tendonitis, okay? Come on, man. Next comment. Okay, my aunt is saying tendonitis is less worse for hockey players than other professionals. What? What does that even mean? Yo, tendonitis, man. What? Like, tendonitis, again, the injury that could start from one knee, and because one knee is dealing with tendonitis, it transfers over to the next knee. We learned that yesterday, and that also leads to a mental health injury. So it's like a triple bypass injury. And Nancy is saying that it's this type of injury is less worse to hockey players than other athletes. What, like swimmers deal with tendonitis harsher than hockey players? Like, what are we doing here? Hockey's played on skates, and they play in the fastest game in the world. I'm pretty sure out of any sport, tendonitis in hockey is yeah, it's dangerous, man. It's dangerous. Let's go to another comment. Okay, this one comes from Matt, the loudest commenter. Okay, some people said in the comments, bro, like I gotta stop watching Locked On Canucks as Matt is commenting, man. Yo, who is this guy? He's Taj, he's Matt, he's always just yapping. And on that note, Matt, can you leave a comment again in regards to like what you said on a previous video about the management? Because I want to read that before we get out of here. But right now, Matt is saying, I don't know Miller personally. Obviously, Matt, you don't got to let us know that, okay? You don't have a display picture on your YouTube. You know, we can do the math. You don't know Miller personally, okay? But he is the type to love hockey, okay? It's in his soul. It angers him to see professionals not trying as hard as him. Mistakes at this level are not acceptable. Oh, mistakes at his level? Anyways, yeah. Miller's got the fire, and Miller obviously going to New York. And again, I've always said this about Miller too. Even though he doesn't like talking to the media or he doesn't have like this charismatic energy where it screams, "Oh, this guy wants the limelight. This guy wants the camera. This guy wants to be a main character." Like he doesn't have that type of vibe to him as far as how he presents himself. But deep down, I feel like this guy does want to be known as one of the best players in the game. It's how much he cares, right? And how good he is. He knows there's a recipe for him being like Matthew Tkachuk, Brady Tkachuk, like to the NHL. Like look at how he plays, right? So on that note, like him going to New York, one of the biggest cities ever, a former team, right? Them fighting for a playoff spot. Like there's going to be a stretch here in the next 20 where I wouldn't be surprised if Miller has 35 points and he carries the Rangers on his back again. Last year, JT Miller, 100-point guy. Not 2 years ago, last year. So, yeah, the fire to compete. We saw it in Vancouver, and I'm not surprised that it's as important to him to win in New York than it was in Vancouver right now. We're seeing that. Anyways, last comment. Okay, let's just switch directions and talk about the management. Let me know in the comments what you guys think about this and what you guys feel about Alvin and Rutherford in general. You know what I'm saying? Because this is such a crucial week, right? Trade deadline week. It's the third trade deadline for Patrick Alvin, right? Once we go into next season, it's like Alvin's fourth year, quote unquote, in charge of the Vancouver Canucks. We're starting to talk about some depth there. And Matt is talking about how Alvin and Rutherford destroyed the chances to trade Besser and made keeping Besser impossible. Anyways, between Besser, Zadorov, and Lindholm, I think Matt is trying to say that the management got this wrong. They got this wrong. The way they spent their money last offseason, catastrophic. And I would agree, whether it's because now they lose Besser for less or now they're forced to sign Besser, right? You know what I'm saying? And then you coincide how much money they spent when they could have maybe kept Zadorov. And I know that sounds crazy because Zadorov is struggling, but he's that locker room guy. Does he allow Miller and Pettersson to last longer, right? You know what I'm saying? And there they were spending money on Heinen and Desharnais. I know it's annoying to look back at last summer as like that, but again, you can argue that their mismanagement last year was the final nail in the Pettersson Miller thing, and not just Pettersson and Miller themselves. That's okay. That's okay with me. So it leads me to this, right? So when you look at GMs and presidents and hockey ops in general, per year, you have all season to improve your team, but you have the trade deadline, you have the draft, and you have July 1st. I don't want to see this management group lose 2 times in a row. They lost on July 1st. I know they got Kiefer Sherwood, and I know they got Jake DeBrusk. I know. You can't win them all, but they like, again, coulda, woulda, shoulda. I know, but I wonder how this team looks with Zadorov. I still do. Crazy. A little locker room guy. This team needed more glue than skill, than anything. All in all, though, I don't want them to lose on July 1st. and mismanage that and then lose again on their next swing at things at the trade deadline. Like, this is really, 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 really important, okay, on Friday for them to hit a grand slam. Like, good teams, great teams, they hit grand slams. They bounce back. And it may not be this year. Who knows? 1% chance it will still be this year, but it may not be this year, right? But let's make sure that whatever happens tomorrow helps next year be smooth. Not smoother, smooth. With one of the best players you still have on your roster being a thing, right? And Quinn Hughes, like, yo, let's be great next year. And I think a lot of that starts this week, man. We've heard the reports. Elliot Freeman talking about there being a lot more noise surrounding some of the UFAs on the Canucks. I think Rick Dhaliwal more so connected Pius Suter to that report than Besser and Forbert. But yeah, it's a busy week, man. Busy week. Anyways, my name is Kyle Bound, KYLEBHAWAN. Thanks for all the comments. Thanks for watching. JT Miller, man, I know. We got to shut up about it. And I know nobody's going to watch this episode because that's life. That's life. Not everyone gives up about JT Miller, but it's just part of the story, man. It's part of the story. And I want Canucks fans to know that they got to pray for JT Miller's success in New York because I don't want to be eating. I don't want to be eating shit next summer if that pick for Marcus Pettersson turns into a top 5 pick. So go Rangers, go. My name's Kyle Bound, and I approve of that message. One love to Locked On Canucks and the Don't Doze Art Lab. Have a good morning, a good afternoon, a good night. We don't know when you're watching this if you're not watching this live on YouTube, but hey, whenever you do or whenever you're listening to this, we appreciate it. Peace.
You're Locked On Canucks, your daily podcast on the Vancouver Canucks, part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.